What about now? Can you hear me now? Is the audio okay, guys? Is it fine? Is the audio fine now? Is the audio okay, guys? Let me know if the audio is fine, if you can hear me. Is the audio okay? Can you hear me now? It's perfect. Okay, so some of the what do I here? You want? Come. So some of the women you have to avoid when you come to Brazil. Okay, avoid those women who are much more close to tourist attraction areas. It's very important to avoid those kind of women. Most YouTubers, when they come to Brazil and they vlog, the kind of women they vlog with, or the kind of experience they have about the Brazilian women out here, most of the YouTubers, they only have experience with what do you call it? Women who live in tourist areas. Like for example, when you watch YouTubers from the United States, Europe, and all that, when they come to Brazil, most of the vlogs they do about dating and also the kind of women they talk about are women from tourist areas. You understand? And women from tourist areas can be very, very demanding. Apart from being demanding, they can be very dangerous too as well. You understand? They can be very, very dangerous too as well. Yeah. So yeah, there is link. I'll post link very soon. But I'm trying to answer some of these questions that I had on my what do you call it, on my group chat. You know, guys, I have a Telegram group chat, and I know a whole lot of people want that Telegram group chat, but anyway, I'll still try as much as I can to also share this Telegram group chat with you guys. Okay, so you don't have to worry that much because I'm always here for you guys. Yes, my kids, my kids are here. Yes. So yeah, I'm going to open the platform and then be reading some of these messages. Yes, I see. uh, okay, Marcus, I'm going to send you. I'm going to share. I'm going to send you the link so that you can join the channel. Okay, I'm going to share the link so that you can join and then talk. I'm going to share it on the platform so that my platform members can simply join the discussion quicker. Okay. Okay, so I posted the link. I posted the link. I posted the link on my group chat. I posted a link on my group chat on Telegram. So anybody who wants to join can simply come and then join me. Then we can discuss these things as well. So as I was saying, when you come to Brazil, avoid women who live in tourist attraction cities. And one thing I want you to understand, okay, let me make something clear out here. We have two types of tourist attraction cities. We have two types. We have tourist attraction cities which Brazilians go. You understand? So those kind of tourist attraction cities, when you go, you can still get a woman in those places, which are very decent women. Okay. Okay. Now, another side of the tourist attraction cities, there are tourist attraction cities which are basically more international recognized, like Rio de Janeiro, like those big tourist attracted cities where you can see more Brazilian women. Okay, see, hold on a second, guys. Se ela quer sair, pode trocar só, como é que chama? O sapato dela. Se ela quer banhar aquela água lá. Tá bom, tranquilo. All right, guys. Yeah, so guys, sorry. My kids, I have to instruct the help to. Yeah, so like I was saying, we have international tourist areas, okay? And international tourist areas like Rio de Janeiro, Porto Alegre, there are places where we have international tourists. And those places you cannot easily get a very good dating partner. You understand? Tourist areas are very, let me just say, it's not advisable for you as a foreigner to date or look for woman at a tourist areas. You understand? And like I said again, we have two different tourist areas. Okay, two different tourist areas. We have a tourist area where Brazilians more like it's a local tourist area. Those places you can date, you can get a partner. But international, no. All right, we have our brother Marcus.
Hello,
Oh,
Supreme.
sorry. You said in the mistake. So let me just say Marcus.
Yeah, how are you?
Tell us. Maybe you can speak Portuguese if you want. If you want to, you can
No,
speak
no, I do it in
if
I
you feel
do it
comfortable so
in
that I can still
I'm fe-
translate it
I'm
to
feeling a bit
our audience.
I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so but
Yeah, we can hear you. Check
yeah,
check your what do you call it?
audio.
Let me see.
Is there a problem?
Okay. Now I can hear you now. I can hear you. Now it's perfect.
Good. No, you're very right about this topic. We have
Yes,
too many people going to the mainstream places, and that makes people very vulnerable.
very,
Uh,
very vulnerable.
yeah, I have some friends from Nigeria that went to Rio de Janeiro, and they asked me some questions. And they said, "Oh, we are going to meet some women." I said, "No, no, 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 no. You need to meet them in a public place. You need to get there an hour before. You need to look around. There are many things that people need to be very aware of for this dating. And then you need to really look at the family too. The family is very important. And I think in some of the places, it's very hard to meet the family. So yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you something too, as you are a Brazilian too as well, and there is a question that I do get a lot uh, when it comes to the Afro Brazilians, or let me just say the Black Brazilians. A whole lot of people keep on asking me about the Afro Brazilians, and I understand you consider yourself to be Afro Brazilian, but I will say you are not black though, because most definitely you might be looking a little bit mixed and stuff like that. And
Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ask a question.
okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all right. So, uh, you as a Afro Brazilian man, okay, what is your perception about the white Brazilian women and the Afro Brazilian women? What is your perception? Because I do get a whole lot of question about this, and I share my experience as a foreigner. But now you are like a
But I
typical
would say I
Brazilian.
have been, I have been, I only returned to Brazil living after many years outside. So I'm gonna give two perspectives. I think that would be good.
Okay, yeah, that would be fantastic. We,
So
we, we want to hear.
I really think it depends a lot on the income, on the place in Brazil. You live in a very special place in Brazil. You're around many very educated people. It's a very worldwide place. That
Yeah,
is not,
Brasilia.
yeah, that is not the case in every part of Brazil, and so you have to be very. I think, I think you have to be very aware of where you are. So, what would I say? So, you know, culturally, right now, there is a feminist movement going on in Brazil, specifically an Afro feminist movement. We have people like Juma Ribeiro, that has written books. Um, you have Winnie Bueno. These are great books, but this is empowerment, right? This is
Yeah,
going on now. So what I think, if you are looking for a traditional woman that is cooking, cleaning, taking care, you've really got to think, where are you doing this? And I think, to your point earlier, people need to start thinking about it. Brazil is a very big country with a lot of people.
very, very big. It can be a continent on its own, I think.
Yeah. So I have some friends that are from Santa Catarina, which is not a place that you normally would think of for Afro Brazilians, but they are
Oh,
Afro Brazilian people. In fact, one of them, you would consider them black. You, Supreme,
are you sure?
you would consider you would consider them black.
you
So
know, I remember Brian. You remember Brian from our
yeah,
our
where
platform.
is he? He doesn't come anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what is wrong, but I hope he's doing well because Brian is a very active person. If we don't hear from him, it means maybe he might be busy or something has really come up. So I hope whatever it is, it should be something good so that he can come back and then we can how do you say, we can tight him up and then
Yeah.
yes. So for me, I would say maybe that person might look like me, might have a kinky hair, then I can consider that person to be black. Because most of the people who Brazilian people consider to be black I don't see them black. And you have your own experience when you went to Africa. You
I
were
did,
called,
yes.
yeah.
I tell people, yes, you told me, yes, you know,
You see?
yes, you told me, yes. But I'm gonna share some pictures with you in the Telegram, and you
Yeah.
can tell me what you think of these
Okay.
people, and then we can talk
Yes.
about this.
Yeah, you can share it. You can share it. I'll authorize it here so that everybody can see it.
Try to- How do I do
Yes,
this?
you know how to share it, right? You just have to click the presentation area. Then you can,
Oh,
yes, you can share it by clicking the presentation area. All right, so there is another question that I wanted to ask Marcus about. And the question is, how do you think poverty affects dating in Brazil? That's the question. Okay, so Marcus simply sent the picture of what do you call it? Of some group of people. I'm going to share the screen with you guys so that you guys too might see the picture too as well. So this picture is in our group chat. Okay, if you join our group chat, you will most definitely how do you say it? You will most definitely see everything that we talk about on the group chat. So this is a picture Marcus shared on the platform. He wanted to ask me what do I think about this picture if these people can be considered to be blacks. So let me click it again and then let's all look at it. So someone like this, we can simply consider them to be black people because they look just like me. So I will simply consider these people black people. Let me bring back Marcus on.
I am back.
Okay, perfect. So I was sharing the picture that you sent
Yes,
on the platform. So I just shared the picture for everybody to see the picture. So I will say this in this particular picture, what I see is black people who look like me. They look just like me. So there is no any argument here. Yeah, they look just like me. They don't have any white. They don't even have any white. What do you call it? A pattern. They don't have anything that look white on them. They totally look black, just like me. They look like they are from some part of Africa, like
right.
Nigeria, or maybe let me just say Malawi or Mozambique. They look like those people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we see these people in many parts of Brazil, but not in all parts of Brazil. And I said it's a very big country, so I have some friends from the south of Brazil that look like this. This is where these people live. But what I would say is those are not the tourist places for the dating. People do not go to these places for the dating. They go to Rio de Janeiro, they go to Sao Paulo, they come to Salvador, and the reason is very obvious. If you don't speak very good Portuguese, you need to have a tourist guide. Where can you get by in English? You can get by in English in those places. But those are not the best places if you're going to live and maybe date. Now, I think Sao Paulo is incredible, so eventually you will,
São Paulo is so incredible. Like
yeah.
the Grand São Paulo is just one of the best in the world.
Yes, yes.
You
Sao
remember
Paulo
the
is so
place?
big,
Yeah,
so big.
you remember the place you visited. It was
Yes,
Campos
yeah.
do
Campos,
Jordão.
yeah,
Yes.
Campos do Jordão. Yes,
Man,
yes,
the place looks so beautiful. Like it's so fabulous.
yes, yes. It
Yes,
is.
você pode. Uh, just a second. My daughter wants to take a bath in in a piscina. Okay. Yeah, because I just mounted some piscina for her, so she wants to enjoy the piscina. Yeah,
uh,
so Sao Paulo is one of the best because in Sao Paulo you are going to probably have any type of environment that you want in the world, because there are places which look completely like it's out of Brazil. Like you are not even in Brazil when you are in Sao Paulo.
Yes.
So for me, Sao Paulo is just one of the best. But do you think Sao Paulo is a good spot for somebody who wants to date, like a foreigner who comes in and wants to meet, what do you call it, a woman or something? Aha, there is that question that big data also asked me. I'm going to ask you that question, and also you tell us your opinion. Then after that, I will also bring out my opinion. He says, "How do
Yes.
you think?
I
How do
think
you
Sao
think?"
Paulo is a great place.
Mm,
I think Sao Paulo is a great place, but it's not the place, it's how you do it. So I know most of the YouTubers are coming on via dating apps. That
yeah,
is quite different.
yeah, it's quite different.
That is quite different.
And what
So
do you think about this particular question here? He
hold on, I
says,
want to see if I can send you a photo, but please do not post this. This is a friend of mine, and
"Oh,
so I
okay, okay,
want
no
you to
problem, no
see.
problem,
I
no
want you to
problem."
see the picture of this, and you are going to. But I don't want you to.
To share, I'm not
I
going to share it.
I'm
Don't
gonna
worry.
send this to you. I'm gonna send this to you because we are friends, and so we have trust. But this is what you were talking about. But I'm gonna recommend this kind of place is not where you think it is in Brazil. It's not gonna be where you think it is, and that's why I want to say I have a friend that says you need to get off the gringo tourist areas. The places where the tourists are, you need to stay away from. The other places I think people need to stay away from. Okay, if you speak very very good English, fine. This is okay. If the woman speaks very good English, usually be prepared that she has been exposed to something international. Remember, only 5% of the Brazilian population actually speaks English.
English, yeah.
5%, right?
It,
So,
it's
so,
that reminds me when I got here.
yeah,
When I first arrived in Brazil, I thought everybody speaks English,
no,
So I
no.
started speaking English, and the only word that I started hearing was Noitenji. And that was the first word I started learning also as well. Anointing G, I was like, what are they saying? I'm speaking English, nobody is speaking English. But yeah, it is what it is. It is real.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
have a
Big
picture
Data has
here.
this question. Yeah, Big Data has this question. Okay, how do
Yeah,
you think poverty affect dating in Brazil? Are foreigners better off dating a local girl that has a job and her basic necessities met? I think number two is an obvious one, right? I mean,
yes.
that I don't think that is anything for any different in Brazil. Poverty affecting things. Okay, so this is a complicated topic, and I can only say from um, my experience. I have Yeah.
Your Brazilian
No,
side of
not
the
not not no no no
experience.
not this no. But I want you to also the story that I told you in the
Yeah,
group.
yeah,
That
yeah, in the group,
story
yeah.
that
About
story is
the
a yeah,
lady.
yeah, yes. That story is the story of what he is asking about, right?
Yes.
But in the case of this woman, she didn't have a lot of self love. She had a lot of damage because only be in the tourist places, only, and she only would date the European men, only, right? And I think
Yeah.
that I think we have to be very, you just need to move away from this, stay away, right? Just stay away from that. The minute you see that, Big Data, you leave. You go somewhere else. Leave that, right? You will know this very, very quickly. Very quickly. Okay. There are some other things I think you want to look to see about the family. I would ask about the parents, the siblings, but one thing that is very important is ask, when did you break up with your last boyfriend? If they tell you it's 1 week, you stay away. You just go away. Okay? 1 week? No. 1 month? 1 month, you need to study the situation. Okay? That's the situation. I'm being very serious. Crimes of passion are very real in Brazil. Okay? That's a real thing. But there are many great, 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 great people, great women. But I think I would be hesitant too if the woman said, "Oh, you're my fifth Nigerian boyfriend." Okay, what is happening here? Whoa, right, right, right.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think so I think to the question of the white and black, I really think it depends on the places that you are in. I think it's really to the people. I don't I can see in some places this will be very challenging, but I may have not been to those places or had experiences. But me personally, um, you asked about Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo has so many people, so many different types of thinking that
Yeah.
you just need to get out and meet new people. And you know I think that is that. But those are my answers to the question. I hope that it helps.
Okay. So I'm going to also answer it my way, guys. That was our brother from Brazil. He's still coming back. He's still with us because there is more question that I'm going to throw
Yes,
at
I I,
him.
I, I am here for 10, 15 more minutes.
No problem. No problem. All right. So about this question, do you think poverty affect dating here in Brazil? Okay, let me just say somehow because not really, not really. To me, as a foreigner, my experience with dating out here, it's, I would just say, not really. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'll say not really, because when you look at when I got here in the beginning, the kind of experiences I had with the women, and also the kind of women that I met too as well, most of them were already independent women. They were doing their own thing. They were working. They have their own places. And when you come to Brazil, the possibility of you getting this kind of women are very high because here in Brazil, like I said, most of the women work more than even the men because if you go deep into when you come deep into the local areas where locals live and stuff like that, you will simply find out that most of the men are being taken care of by their women, like by their wives, their girlfriends, and most of them are not working. I know a lot of men who are married who are not working, and the women are the one taking care of them. You understand? So in this particular situation, I would say I don't think poverty affects dating in Brazil unless you fell in that international tourist mainstream areas like Rio de Janeiro, Fortaleza, those places where it's being very popular by tourists like Bahia and all that. The possibility of you falling in that kind of trap is high. You understand what I'm saying? That maybe somebody might date you because you have money, or somebody might date you because probably you are from outside the country and they know that you are a foreigner and you might be giving out more. You understand? Because of the kind of idea they have about most Europeans and Americans coming to Brazil. You understand? Because most Europeans and Americans who come to Brazil, they come here to spend money. You understand? So I will say this: you just stay away from international tourist spots. You understand? But poverty affecting dating here in Brazil, it's actually not really the thing. You understand? When you come, you have your own experience. But for me, I started from the scratch. I didn't have even a place to sleep. You understand? It was a the Brazilian women who, hold me down, supported me. Most of the women that I met, they were independent women, they're hardworking women already. They spend their time taking me to hospital, spending money on me, taking me out, paying the bills. You understand what I'm saying? Like in the beginning. So I won't say poverty is really the thing, but it's where you really find yourself is really the thing. Where you really find yourself, and also the kind of person you are. If you are good with talking to women too, as well, it also counts a lot because a whole lot of people don't really know how to talk. You understand? A whole lot of people simply don't really know how to talk. So when it comes to women and dating, the only way they can talk to women or the only way they can interact with women by showing off what they have. You understand what I'm saying? But here in Brazil, from my personal experience, because I've been to a whole lot of countries, I've dated different type of women around the world, and I would say Brazil is just another different place. Like poverty doesn't affect dating. You can be very poor young man and then you meet a very rich young woman. Possibility of you coming across one is higher. You understand what I'm saying? But you just have to stay away from those international tourist areas, those kind of places, the kind of women you come across out of 100, let me just say 75 or 80% of those women can be the gringo chasers. You understand? The gringo chasers. But if you are within the locals themselves, you find out what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Because I am talking as an African. I'm not talking as European or American. And also, I'm talking as a very successful African here too as well. You understand? Because I started from scratch. You understand? So I have, if you go through my videos, you will see that I have interviewed a whole lot of women, and some of these women, I don't know them. I just see them on the street and then I just talk to them. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to dating, I can tell you more because I have had a lot of experience here. I've been living here since 2011, so you can just calculate it's about 12 years living here in Brazil, and I have met a whole lot of women here in Brazil before I settled down. And like I said, I will always choose Brazilians over any other people. Even I'll choose Brazilians over my own country people like Ghanaians and stuff like. I'll choose Brazilians a million times before I'll even choose Ghanaian women. You understand what I'm saying? Because um, my experience out here compared to the places I've been around this world. For example, in Ghana, where I come from the west of Africa, specifically Ghana. In Ghana, when you are not rich or you are not doing anything, you cannot get a woman of your choice. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot do what get a woman of your choice. But here in Brazil, when you are not rich and you are broke, you can still have a woman of your choice because most of them are ready to mingle. You understand? And they are ready to support you, like to take you to the level that you want to go, the level that you want to reach. You understand what I'm saying? I won't say it has not all been, like rosy, but then I'll also say out of what I have experienced like 95% good experiences. You understand? The bad experiences that I had towards dating out here, I wouldn't say even I had a bad experience, even though I had maybe some one or two bad experiences from some of these women. But like I said, the kind of bad experiences that I had from dating out here, it's mostly from the Afro Brazilian women and also some of the women who already have been out with foreigners and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you are coming to Brazil, don't think poverty can simply affect your dating. Compared to where I come from, Ghana, poverty is affecting a lot of things. It's The country itself is called, the surname of Ghana is poverty. It's poverty throughout. You understand what I'm saying? So women in Ghana will simply open their legs for anything. You understand? Any dime. You understand what I'm saying? And they will hustle you, real hustle. uh Okay, the second question is, are foreigners better off dating a local girl that has, yes, that is what I just answered you. I said you can just come in, date a local, but make sure you don't date within that international tourist areas. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so let me come back to Marcus. Marcus, there is another question that I want to ask you first again
Okay.
before you can you can run. All right, so another thing I wanted to ask you is the Afro black, the Afro black men, not the women this time around, the men. Uh, do you think, no? What do you think about them when it comes to dating foreign women?
Oh, what do you mean? Explain the question. What do you
Okay,
mean?
what do you think about Afro black men? What do you
Yeah.
think about them when it comes to dating outside Brazil, like dating foreign women? What do you think about? Do they really like dating foreign women, or they
Oh
prefer
yeah.
dating
Oh
out
yeah.
here in
Oh yeah.
Brazil?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Because I
Yes.
also had this question from one of our viewer, a sister from South Africa. I think she lives here now. Yeah, she lives here now.
Yes. Yes. I have had friends that have dated American, Canadian, um, Jamaican. Um, I'm trying to think where else. European from a few countries. Yeah, don't see. It seems fairly normal. Yeah.
Okay, so what about here in Brazil? Which of the race do you think the black Brazilian men like to go for?
Oh man. Oh, Supreme. We can't have this conversation right now. We have to take it offline. We have
Oh,
to
okay.
take it offline. We have to take it offline. I will say. I will say historically, the topic has been, look, let's, it's the cool reality that the more European women have usually been the ones that most people have been attracted to. Those things are changing now, but that was something in the past that has been the case. It's a very complicated topic today because of certain changes. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All
So
right, no problem. But
you have created a armadillo, meu amigo. Yeah, it's but 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 but
yeah, I know it's
it's a
difficult.
fair question. It's a fair question, but it's something that is in it's changing very much so. So
But
yes,
okay, but
but
for example, a whole lot of people here in general in Brazil normally say the white women like to go for the black men. Is that thing real out here in Brazil for you as an Afro? Let me say Afro black man.
but well, let me state it this way.
Yeah,
I think it depends where you are, right?
yeah,
I recently heard from some guys recently that said, look, they were not they really wanted to date some of the more European women. They never were able to get the attention of the European women ever.
really.
Yes, they said this. But again, one thing that I think people, and we should do a episode on this.
Oh yeah,
Brazil is a
most
country
definitely
of
we will.
regions, The regions are very, very different,
Big and
very
different too as
different,
well.
right? And so there is no one thing that's going to apply for the entire country. So I think, if you people have to remember, so that there are parts like Rio de Janeiro we talk about. Well, Rio de Janeiro has many mixed people, has many, it's European and mixed. You go to some other parts, you have the indigenous people mixed with the European people. Some parts you have the German and Italian. So it really depends on the parts that the people are in. So I I can only say that where if you're going to Brazil, have your life in order. Listen to Supreme. Supreme has really done an amazing job. He is a delightful person, and you can see he's confident. If you are not confident, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People smell that like feces. It smells bad. Please be
Very bad.
confident. Please be confident, right? Please be
It's
confident.
very important.
It's the most important thing, right? It's the most important thing. So I say that is the most important. I would be happy to talk a little bit more about this.
But
I
I know
have
you
to.
have to go.
No, I have to go to a meeting, but I will try to come back
Okay.
if it is still going on. Okay.
No problem. I'll be here throughout. No problem.
Okay. Ciao,
Enjoy your
ciao.
time. Ciao, ciao. Have a beautiful meeting. Yeah, so guys, that was Marcos from Brazil. Okay, he's an Afro-Brazilian who travels a lot around the world. And lucky enough, he is one of my viewer and most of like my camera. He was the one who brought me my camera from the US and yeah, some other things he brought me from the US too as well. So uh, there is a whole lot of questions. I see questions that people want to ask.
For this one question. So it
Oh,
says,
okay.
if SP, Rio de Janeiro, and Salvador is for tourists, if you speak Portuguese, where would you go? Listen, I'm not saying to not go to those places. Sao Paulo is a huge place. In the city of Sao Paulo alone, there are over
Very
22 million
big.
people. 22 million people. That's a
It's a
lot of
country.
people,
It's a country.
right? And listen, like each one of those places are amazing, right? Amazing. Salvador, and we have to have a special episode on Salvador. I want to talk specifically to my African brothers on Salvador. There's something very interesting about Salvador. But
And I want you to invite somebody from Salvador to our next video so that the person can
I
speak Portuguese.
I I will invite one of my best friends to come on, so we will have this
Yes,
discussion.
that would be
Okay,
fantastic.
okay. But the thing is the following. It's okay. Um, you can run the risk of being in these places that are just too like you pay a high price for everything, I think. And I think that there are places that are people do not think about that are amazing in Brazil. I sent Supreme some pictures of Campos do Jordão.
Yes, I even did a
Think
video
about it.
about it.
They don't even think about it. It's an amazing place.
It's a
Gramado,
fantastic place,
amazing
Gramado.
place. Amazing place. So if you speak Portuguese, the whole country is open to you. The whole country is open to you, right?
Yes,
Um, and that's why going to three cities, that's okay, but that's not. But there's so much more to it. So that is I wanted to make sure I answered. So yes, if you speak Portuguese, where would you go? Okay, I personally, I love Paraíba, the state of Paraíba. I think Paraíba is amazing. People don't ever talk about Paraíba,
yes,
but I sent Supreme a picture of a friend of mine in
in
Paraíba so he could
Paraíba.
see. Hey, the black may look different in Paraíba, right? So Supreme could see this now.
Yes, I saw the pictures and it was fantastic.
So it's a group of people, and they're in an organization called the Black Women of the Countryside. But Supreme would
Wow.
arrive and say, "Look, you're not black." Right? He
Yes.
would tell us. But
Yes, I always think so.
but that's why we there's a term now that's more common now in Portuguese, Afrodescendente, right?
Yes, Afro-descendant, yes.
And I think that this is a maybe better word to use.
To use, yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Afro-descendant, yes.
yes. So I hope I've answered this question. If there are any
Yes.
more, I'm going to run to the meeting. It will not be
No
too long. If
problem.
there are more, I
No
will come
problem.
back. But
I'll
yes,
be here.
please, if you speak Portuguese, yes, yes, I know you will. Please, people, the country is very big. Now there are
Very
some places
beautiful.
that I like, and there's some places that I don't like personally, but that doesn't mean you would not like that. For example, there is a state, Sergipe, right?
CGP, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
that's
of it, but
Sergipe.
I've never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
CGP.
So Aracaju is more of an industrial city. I didn't find a lot for me to do, but I have a very good friend in Salvador um, who is one of the best people in the world. She's from that city. She knows everything to do. So remember, it's not always what you know, it's who you know. And that will
Yes.
change things very much so. So but I will be back. Okay. Listen to Supreme. He is a success. Okay. This is a good guy, guys. Okay. Ciao.
Thank you so
Abraço.
much, Marcos. Abraço. Yeah, so, guys, it is what it is. You heard from Marcos. He answered your questions. And let me also answer this side of the question to us. If you speak Portuguese, where would you go? Go anywhere. If you speak Portuguese, okay, if you know how to speak Portuguese, go anywhere and you'll be just fine. But you just have to be a little bit confident. You understand? Like I said, confidence is very important. Without being confident, um, for you to get what you want or for you to be able to reach the kind of goal you want, it's not going to be that easy. So, confidence is very important. Look at me. I am always confident in whatever I do, wherever I go, and everything. Okay, let me see another question from Passport Life. Supreme Leader, the best YouTuber, long time. I really miss you. Your live stream, you are the only YouTuber who tells us the truth. Thank you so much, Passport Light, too, as well. And Supreme Leader, at what age can you stay with your Brazilian girlfriend? And if she is 18 and she wants to move and stay with you, do you think her parent will give her a difficult time? Here, like I said, when you are dating out here in Brazil, uh, it's not a big problem at all if you are dating out here in Brazil. Most of the dating out here is basically you and the woman, okay, or you and your partner. So whatever decision you guys make is your decision. Families don't really have much to say about this kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying? So if you meet somebody and you want to move away, move out with that person, it's the person's decision. It's not the parent or the family decision. It's not like in Africa where we have to call everybody or the family to come and sit down and discuss it. No, here they don't discuss anything. Here, when you meet a partner, it's you and the partner. That's it. Unless maybe the partner wants you to meet the family, sit down and do some other things. But the decision for you moving out with your partner to a different place, that one is up to the two of you. You can decide. It doesn't matter the age, especially if the person is 18, they are already grown. So they can decide on whatever they want. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So you don't have to worry about this passport light. Prince, let me see. Prince says link to join. Okay, let me send the link here. I'm going to share the link here too with you guys. So if you want to join, you can simply click the link and then join us. Stay away from tourist spots and go where? Green swing. Green swing. The thing is, tourist spots are places you can just visit for fun, see the tourist attractions and stuff like that. You understand? But the advice out here is make sure you simply uh, 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 just a second, guys. What I'm trying to say out here is if you are in for dating, make sure you don't just walk in into a tourist area or tourist spot and say, okay, I want to date. Possibility of you meeting the wrong person is high if you do something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So that is what I can tell you. It's not that we are telling you not to go and date in a tourist sport. We are just telling you to be very careful. You understand what I'm saying? That is what we are trying to tell you. Foley is here too with us. Yes, guys, the
What's
link
up, Supreme? Supreme, Supreme, what's up?
is yes, Foley. I'm doing fantastic. What about yourself, Foley?
Man, man, long time I haven't been on, brother, and
Yes, yes.
I happen to catch you while I'm heading to do some shopping, and I happen to. What happened? You don't give us any reminders or anything, man. A day
Yeah,
before.
what happened was that I've been very, very busy, and the end of that year and this new year has been, like a lot happened. So it was very difficult for me to even make time to even post some videos. So I just try as much as I can to, like sometimes post something. But
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you, bro. You gotta make your paper, man. I hear you. I hear you. So
And
what?
how are you too?
Hey, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. What is the topic today?
Yeah, today is the dating side of Brazil. A whole lot of people want to know best places to go and then where to meet their partners, and also, if possible, which type of women are not good for foreigners. And a whole lot of questions like that. I brought one of our Brazilian brother who came and also share some, some tips on it and share his experience too as well with us. So now Foley is here too as well. So Foley, if you have some experience with us, you can also share it to them. And if they have questions, they can put the question in front of you to also answer to as well. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Good.
can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you now. I think the line is a bit breaking up.
Yeah, having some connection problem, man. I'll reconnect.
Okay, okay. Try and then reconnect and then come back and share with us your experience
Yeah,
too as
well,
well. So that
let me tell you something, man. Wherever you go, people have this idea that a particular country have only good women. A- You go to another country, mostly bad women. Look, one of the things that determine who you are is your values.
yes,
Values.
yes, it's very
And,
important to know that.
and yes, culture do shape us, but we have to see people as individuals too. You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%.
So if I do come to Brazil, I want to head over to Florianopolis because I heard it's very laid back, conservative. What's your what's your what's your thoughts? No Rio, no Rio. What's your
Okay.
thoughts?
All right, so Florianopolis is one of the best places to, hang out, have a good time. But if you want to date, make sure you stay away from the tourist spots of Florianopolis because it's very internationally known too as well. So what I can say is, some places like Florianopolis, they have local communities too as well. There are a whole lot of small cities in Florianopolis too, where tourists don't even go to as well. They most probably have some beaches too, where you can simply go. You understand? So when you come to Florianopolis, you can have the fun that you want to have as a tourist spot. But when you want to choose a partner or meet somebody, make sure you go away from the tourist area. You understand? Like, let me just say,
Ah,
yeah, go like 300 kilometers from the tourist area. You understand? When you go 300 kilometers from the tourist area, then look for a city away from the tourist area. Then those kind of places, you can simply meet somebody who is much more better and ready to, like to be that kind of partner that you are looking for. But when you meet somebody at at the tourist spot, possibility of that person having the idea of a gringo, it's very high. You understand what I'm saying? Than someone who is away from the area. You
so they,
understand? So
so they like gringo. They like gringo.
yeah, yeah, majority like gringos, majority like gringos. So if you're a gringo and then you visit the tourist spots, possibility of you meeting this kind of women is high. So for you to avoid this kind of thing, you make sure you go away like 300 kilometers away from that city, and then look for a city which is about 300 kilometers away from that place, and then go and know that place, and then that place you can simply meet somebody who probably be welcoming and then very nice, and like, yeah, real person. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, the network is a bit bad. I think the network is giving fully hard time. The network is giving fully so much hard time. We can't hear fully.
professional. So that's working. Not somebody that wants your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so to get those kind of people who are quiet, like ready to go far and to the end and be supportive and share, like 50-50 or 20-50 or 10-50 or 0-100, you know. You have to go away from the tourist area because possibility of you coming across such women away from the tourist cities are higher. You understand what I'm saying? So, like somebody just asked me, do you mind sharing how you find the one, the one love? Okay, which is my wife. Yeah. So, like I said, I don't live in a tourist city, guys. I live in Brasilia. So in Brasilia, what happens is that you keep searching. You understand what I'm saying? You keep searching. I met my wife on the park. You understand? I met my wife on the park, and we
You go to,
talked, and then after that, yeah,
hey,
yeah, I can hear
Supreme,
you.
you need to, you want to get a good, you want to get,
Yeah, the line is a bit breaking. I
you
wanted
might have, you
to.
might have, you might have, I said you might have to go to church to find a good one, maybe.
Not really, trust me, not really. Even the church ones are the bad ones, the,
What?
the church ones are even the wicked ones. So
What? But you a
yeah, so
Christian,
yeah. Oh, okay.
so you got to be very, very. So you, so yeah, you saying it's going to be time consuming. You're going to have to be able to see what's out there and then make a decision. So it's not one, two, three. You got to take your time. You're saying.
You have to take your time, like you want to meet the right person, the nice person, the supportive person, the beautiful person, the kind of person you have wanted your whole life. It's not time consuming, but you have to be that kind of person who is open up to like start talking, confidence and stuff like that. So possibility of you getting that kind of person that you're looking for, it's higher. Like I said, I have met a whole lot of women before I met my wife, And I won't say the women that I met were bad, but then I didn't have any decision of settling down with any of those women. You understand? Even though most of them were doing well, they were doing well. They were working for the government. They were government workers. Uh, Most of them were rich too as well. But then I wasn't quite ready to settle. You understand? Because I was at that time I was only having fun and like going on with my life. I just wanted to be like to be what I want to be before choosing a wife. So my wife, I met her on the park, and then I just went straight to her. We started talking out of the blue, and like that's how it all started. And then later on, she invited me to her house. We go there, and then I get to see some of her families and stuff like that. We talk, we ate, we sat down. That was it. And then we started, like clicking, and, interacting, and yeah, the vibes was just fine. In fact, let's
Right.
just say for you to meet a good woman, there's a possibility of you meeting a good woman uh, cities which are away from a tourist spot, like tourist spot, cities which the possibility of you getting those kind of women are very high. For example, you live in a big city, for possibility of you meeting somebody who is just fine and ready to mingle with you is also high in Brazil. You understand what I'm saying? Every each and every single
Right.
city there is a tourist spot. You understand? Even each and every single city there is a tourist spot. It's just that there are cities which are known for real tourism. You understand? Like Rio de Janeiro, Florianopolis, Fortaleza. You understand what I'm saying? So those places. But if you come to the inner cities like Brasilia, Minas Gerais, those Mato Grosso to Sul, Mato Grosso to Norte, like you go to those Pará and all those places. Those are inner cities. So inner cities you will meet the real people and the real deal. You understand what I'm saying? So what those YouTubers they come and then they go around Rio filming and showing that this is how it is out here in Brazil. It's just a comic. It's just a comic reaction. That's all. The real thing is where we are. We who live here, and we can tell you what it is.
To my friend,
I think that the Foley Sly, I think Foley Sly is a bit rough. I don't know. Foley Sly is a bit rough. So yeah, let me see out here again. So the three biggest cities and all the churches are bad. Church girls go to confess wickedness. So you're basically saying at the sack. Yeah, it's starting to sound as bad as the US. You gotta go to the uncontacted tribes in the Amazon to find a decent one. Now, you don't really need that. You don't really need that. Like I said, you come to, for example, in Rio de Janeiro. Let's talk about Rio. Rio is known for, its beaches. Like popular tourist destination and stuff like that. Okay, but you want to meet a woman, like a real woman that you want to live with in Rio. You don't have to look for the woman in this big city, Zona North, Zona Sul, this Botafogo, those places. Don't go for those places. You understand? There are places like Arraial do Cabo, Cabo Frio. There are places where you won't find international tourists. You understand? The places in Rio that I'm talking about, like Arraial do Cabo, Cabo Frio, is one of the places where you won't find international tourists. You only see local tourists. You understand? So local tourists, they are just like the local. So those places too, you can meet the right woman, the right partner, the right man, and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? But what we are trying to say out here is Just try as much as you can to stay away from those big known tourist cities. You understand what I'm saying? I won't go for any church woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because church woman, the red blood which goes through an ordinary woman is the same red blood which goes through a church woman. You understand what I'm saying? And human beings are human beings. So I won't go for any church woman, you understand, to come and bring me any story afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? They are not bad people, they are good. There are many good women who are churchgoers too as well. They are not bad. But I personally, I don't do churchgoers thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have had enough experience with churchgoers too as well. I've dated a lot of women who go to church, who are choristers and all that too as well, and I know how they are. You understand? I know the way they behave. To me, you understand? I don't know about you if you have, but I have too. So because of that, I said no to churchgoers. Let me see another question out here. Would you say that when the girl takes you to see one of her family member, sister, cousins, and or maybe a parent, then the lady is very serious with you, maybe to settle? Let me tell you something. Not really. Not really. Here is common. Listen, here is common for anybody to introduce you to their family. Like I said, Brazilian people are very hospital hospital people. Like they are welcoming, very warm, very nice, very beautiful people. So for you to meet somebody and then the person to take you to their family and introduce their family to you is normal. It's not strange. It's not new. It's not like where I come from. When somebody take you to a family, then it means that yes, that's marriage. Those women too that I met in the beginning, they all took me to their families. I know their families. You understand what I'm saying? I know their family. So here it's just normal. Don't put that thing in your head, or else you are going to make a wrong choice. You understand what I'm saying? You should look at the vibe, and you as the man too, you have to be very smart. I'm going to coach you guys on this thing, but I'm going to charge you guys for it if you want. I'm going to charge you guys for it. Don't worry, but I'll still be doing videos like this too, and then be sharing with you guys too as well. So when you come to Brazil and somebody introduce you to their family or take you to your family house, it's normal out here. It's nothing strange. You understand? Don't let that thing enter your head. You understand? At least be with the person and then know the person that you are going for. You understand? It doesn't matter if the person introduce your family, her family to you or his family to you. So guys, I hope you love this particular content, and I love you guys. It was just a quick one, and then to just bring you guys this content. I love you guys. Subscribe to this channel, share the channel, and also click the bell button after subscription. Follow me on Instagram from Africa to South America, and join my group chat too as well on Telegram. There is link all over my videos so that you can also be chatting. I love you guys. See you. Bye bye. So then.